This year, your parent-teacher conference will be led by you, the student. This tutorial will help you with the key elements needed for your presentation. It's not going to be difficult. In fact, it might even be a little bit fun. The guidance department will give you this timeline to help keep you on schedule for completing this presentation. Also get the student-led conference template by going to the PCSC website, clicking on the student link, which will take you to a list of resources. Go down to the PHS students area, double-click on student-led conference, save the file, and then it goes into your downloads folder, which you can access down at the bottom, and there it is right here. Or you could go to the two-face guy, click onto your name, home, directory, downloads, and there it is as well. And it will be right there for you. Remember to save it and back it up a couple of times. The student-led conference template in the shared drive, which was the old V drive. If you're not connected to the V drive, you click onto Finder. You go to the word Go on the menu bar and connect to server. Now you can also access it by Command K. Click onto that, and then you should have Common in here. I have a little bit more than you would, but if Common is not showing, then you click onto this down arrow next to the circle, click onto PCSC Common, add it to your list, and hit Connect. You'll probably have to put in your password. You might not. And your shared drive should look like so. You will find it in the PHS shared drive. It is not in any folder. It is going to be right there. You just click onto it, open it, and you can start inputting your information. One is a picture of you, your name, and a little bit of information about you. If you don't have a picture of you, I recommend you opening up Photo Booth, click onto the red button, smile, and then it will go down into the area where the storyboards are. Just simply grab onto it, select it, grab onto it, and drag it onto the desktop. Then what you can do is you grab it from the desktop and just drag it into the placeholder, and there you go. And just like in PowerPoint or any slideshow, you replace the text with your name. The second slide is pretty self-explanatory. You can replace these words with the school year and saying it's your schedule, and then simply start listing your schedule, what you have first period, second period, third period, fourth, etc. Slides 3 through 7 are pretty much the same. You're just telling your parents about what you're doing throughout the day. You can double click into this area and say what you might have in that first period hour. Do a little description of the class, personal goal statement, what you expect to get out of this class. If this takes up more than one slide, that's okay. Then you want to add a link to your best work. Now this might be not right away. You might do this a little bit later on when you do have best work, but here's how you do it. There's two ways I recommend. You can select the words that you want to link to. Say you have a document in Google Docs. I recommend, I'll open Google Docs for you, opening up the Google Docs you want to link to, click onto the down arrow next to Share, Publish as a web page, click Start Publishing, and you will see a web address or a URL that you can copy. I triple clicked on it to select it, right click, copy. Okay, I'm out of there. Now with this, the word selected, what you want to link to, you have to open the inspector. and in all the Mac apps, this inspector is very important if you want to edit documents. It automatically opens to the dialog box with the hyperlink. It's the blue circle with the arrow in it. Click Enable as a hyperlink. You don't want to link to a slide, you want to link to a web page. So you click onto that, double click in this default area that links to livepage.apple.com, and we're going to paste the web address that you just got from Google Docs. You can see that it becomes a link, and if I play this particular slide and click it, it will open up your spreadsheet that you made a web page, and it opens it up in a browser. That's how you link to a web page from Google Docs. Another way you might want to link to your best work that demonstrates your strength in the subject is to put it on a slide and then link to that slide. So I'm going to go to the last slide, and I'm going to hit the plus sign above New. That adds a new slide. I think I want it blank, so I'm going to click onto the down arrow next to Masters, and we'll put blank in it. Now this can be anything from an audio podcast, a movie, it could be a screenshot of a document. It really doesn't matter. So let me see, I will open up a document and say I want a screenshot of part of this document. I'm going to hit Command-Shift-4 and see how the cursor is like a bullseye target. Again, that's Command-Shift-4. That's how you capture a screenshot of something on your desktop. You can kind of hear the little camera sound, and it will go onto your desktop as a screenshot. So I'm just going to drag it in there, and you have a copy of your document on that slide. So what you might want to do is click onto, like you might say, example of a great essay. All right, you might want to get rid of all these words. Select the words you want to link. Remember to go to the inspector bar. Hyperlink automatically knows to come up. Enable as a hyperlink, and it says link to slide. Well, you know that that slide is slide number 12. Okay, so now when we play the slideshow, when we click onto example of a great essay, it goes right to slide 12. Now what we can do also is we can then hyperlink back up to slide 3. So when you're done showing this example, you can hyperlink back. So I'm going to go to Shapes, and I'll just get an arrow. You can get a star, you can get whatever you want. And I'm going to just drag it over here, maybe do a very tiny thing, and again get your inspector up here. We want to enable a hyperlink and link back to slide 3. Alright, so now what we have, I'll get rid of this inspector. When I play it, okay, I want an example of a great essay. I'm going to click onto it. Oh, look at there, Mom and Dad, that's great. Click back onto the arrow and you're back to the slide, and you can go on talking about your challenges. You can link to PowerSchool and write a reflection. Again, all this can be on different slides. It doesn't have to be jammed all in one slide, but this is just an example of linking. You can also drag MP3s onto here. Maybe it's an audio. Here's one of Martin Luther King's speech. Maybe you did a podcast about that. You can drag the image of Martin Luther King on here. So now when you click and play it,
I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King.
Okay, so you can do that as well. If you made a video of something, you can drag that onto here, onto the slide. And that's how easy it is to link a video on this. If you play it, there's the video that plays. Again, when you're done, you can click onto it and you get back to first period. Linking is fun. The rest of your keynote is pretty self-explanatory. Slide 8 is, or whatever slide it turns up to be, is second and third trimesters. Review the classes, personal goal statements pertaining to the courses, review things you're looking forward to and what's going to be challenging. Basically, review your future. Tell your parents what your future has in store for you and maybe how they can help you. Slide 9. More about you. You can slide a picture in here about some of your hobbies or interests, and just follow the guidelines that the guidance department has set for you. You know how to link already. Other resources that you can show your parents, and these are already linked: the PHS website, student resource site, Power Parent, Moodle, anything you might use in class to make them understand how technology is used more efficiently in classroom instruction and in your education. And then ask them, do you have any questions? And there will be a survey that you will be attaching later on. And that's about all. You are going to really like this different way of a parent-teacher conference where you are actually doing the conference. Good luck.